In this wrap-up video,
I will be sharing the books that I have read in the past month of October. I really enjoyed some of them, if not all of them. I hope you guys enjoy my review of all of
there's
them.
three main characters: Paxton, which he's a former security guard from a prison. He also had a business that went belly up because the cloud kind of killed a lot of businesses. Gibson, which happens to be the owner, CEO of Mother Cloud or Mother Clouds. The book opens up when you chapter one, and they're not even chapters, and you find out that the dude has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Here's my question to you guys. All the money that you could ever have for your health, choose. That's what that book taught me. You know, there's a lot of books out there in the world. A lot of books. We're not going to get to them all. That's for sure. But the ones that we do get to leave an impression on us. And I think that's what the book's main point of view was to do, was leave an impression on the reader. It did on me. So aside from Paxton, Gibson, and there's Xenia. Xenia is under an assumed name. We don't even find out what her name really is. She comes from the Resistance, a different Resistance than what you learn about later on in the book. Maybe 2/3 the way in, but she goes in there under the assumed name and of Xenia, and she's wondering how she didn't get found out.
Well, good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, and I'm in this book right now, finishing up this book, right? If you know my channel, Kelly Reviews, you know who I am for the most part. You know my political stance. You know my political stance. And if you don't, you'll know it now. I'm a Democrat. I thought I was a conservative Democrat, but I'm leaning towards between being a liberal a liberal. I'm going to the right, so I'm going to go to the left because considering the climate of our political ascent is to the left, because Republicans and conservatives are to the right. So, having said that, if you put a pendulum right here, if you put a timeline right here, and Democrats and liberals on the left-hand side, Republicans and far conservatives are on the right-hand side. I would say I'm right about here. I am. Because of who I am, what I believe in, and who I believe in it for. I really do. Back in 2016, we literally had the world come down to us in a shit storm, with Trump applying for office. Anyway, I'm going to have a lot of people tell me, fuck you. You know, we've become so divided in recent years that it's just unparalleled. It really is. So anyway, when I saw this book at the library that one day, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to find out. I imagine it's all about Kamala Harris. You know, it's more than that. It really is. It's about her beliefs. It's about her socioeconomic status. It's about her upbringing. It's about her family. It's so much more than just her name. It's so much more than just her status. It's more than just her identity. And she's got many types of identities. Meaning that, yeah, she's a woman. Great. She's more than just that alone. I was thinking if I was Republican, would I have voted for them? Yeah, I think I would, because just the idealistic idea of changing the way I vote from being Republican to being Democrat or being Democratic. I believe I would have still changed it, because it wouldn't have changed anything else about me, about who I am, other than the party that I'm affiliated with. It really wouldn't have. I mean, there's a lot of Republicans that voted for this ticket. So, anyway, my point is that this book truly is amazing. And if I can find something on the internet regarding Kamala Harris, and all that stuff, I will definitely get it, because, well, the one thing about this book is that I've noticed is that you learn a lot about Harris, her upbringing, everything, really. If you want to check it out in my, I think it's my mid-month library book haul. That I put out. Yeah, definitely. Check that out. I would. But the more I'm reading that book, the more inspired, the more tingling, the more empowerment you get for reading it. To me, it's amazing. It really is. So, Miss Kamala Harris, thank you for being our vice president. Thank you. We deserve it. We needed it for a long time. We did. Oh my God. For the past 4 years, we went down. When Trump was in session, Trump and Pence were in session, we kept on going down. And it's like, Lord, what? NEXT. Lord, is this the end of the world? Is this the end of the world? Seriously. And then the pandemic hit. I'm like, Lord, are you coming to take us now? What? Because it's, I was confused. I was scared. A lot of us were scared. And Trump blamed losing. No, he couldn't even say that. But Trump blamed losing to the pandemic. Well, apparently you needed to blame something. And you couldn't blame yourself, right? Because, heaven forbid, you'd blame yourself. Anyway, I digress. But so far, I give this book beyond 5 flower rating. I really do. I mean, if you want social justice, if you want social reform, I'll read something to you I got out of the book. The final vote tally announced 4 days after Election Day was 306 votes, electoral votes, for Biden and Harris, and 232 for Trump and Pence. After a month of recounts and audits, the popular vote final with 81,281,502 votes for Biden and Harris, and 74,222,593 votes for Trump and Pence. Both of those totals are higher than any other presidential ticket has ever received in general election. What does that tell you? It's never happened before. Never. I mean, it's profound. It's never happened before. Trump and Pence can be all glamorous and think that they're all that. But this has never happened before. It's astronomical. It's beyond comprehension. On the night of November 7th, Harris joined Biden on an outdoor stadium in Wilmington, Delaware. The city Biden has called home for the most of his adult life became a raucous crowd, braving the autumn chill. The winning candidates thanked their supporters and pledged to fulfill their many promises, wearing a white pantsuit in honor of the suffragists who spent years fighting for a woman's right to vote. Harris rode on stage and thanked Biden, the voters, and the campaign workers, and then she spoke about all the women who made her victory possible, especially her mother. According to Kamala, Miss Harris, when she came here from India at the age of 19, she maybe didn't quite imagine this moment, but she believes so deeply in America where a moment like this is possible. So I am thinking about her and about the generations of women, black women, Asian, white, Latina, Native American women, who throughout our nation's history have paved the way for this moment tonight. Women who fought and sacrificed so much for equality and liberty and justice for all. End quote. The other thing I wanted to bring to your attention is one major thing. It means a lot to me. It really does. It means a lot. My mother was born on November 7th. If you know my channel at all, you know that my mother passed away in November of 2019. And I had read it before, I'll read it again. Finally, on November 7th, after it looked like Biden and Harris would take Pennsylvania, most media outlets called the race for the Democrats. Harris, out jogging, stopped to call Biden. "We did it, Joe! You're going to be the next president of the United States," Harris said before breaking into her trademark joyful laugh. Now, Republicans may hate me for doing that, but you know what? After 4 years of living, breathing the Trump era, the nightmare is over. We're on to better territory. We're growing. We're doing more. Anyhow, that's what I wanted to bring to your attention. This movie, Maid, is very hard to watch. I don't want to say it's very hard to watch. I'll rephrase that. The movie Maid, I had a hard time and not so hard time. The hard time that I had was like, lady, what are you doing? You're putting yourself and you're putting your child into harm's way, number one. Number two, you're very strong. You are. To put up with that garbage that your husband is giving you is beyond comprehension. It really is. And then on top of which, she becomes the person that the courts don't want to be, do anything for. Well, you don't have a job, you don't have this, you don't have that. If I were in that position, I would be like, wow. I wouldn't even know what to do. The only thing I could think about doing is praying. Is like, Lord, what can I do? Seriously. But that movie, that series on Netflix, Maid, if you haven't, definitely watch it. It stirs up all kinds of emotions. It really does. Now, I want to let you guys know about Asleep from Day. Oh, gosh, darn it. Miss Montemore, take a bow. Take a curtsy. Wow, you definitely know how to put together. And ratings are very, very, very subjective. I will tell you, though, regarding that book, I'm considering on buying it. At first I was gonna yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Now it's making me think, should I buy it or not? What comes available that is. Yeah, you heard me right. It's sold out. It's out of print. At first I was like, well, maybe I should talk to the library and buy it from them. Maybe I should, And then I'm like, no, I can wait. I definitely pre-ordered it. That's her next book. But, and then yesterday I was like, well, no, I don't need it. And then now again, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Because, yeah. Miss Montemore happens to have another fan. Yep, I'm a fan. That book, though. That book. You're halfway into it, if not more than halfway into it, you're like, Astrid, stick with Theo. Done. Screw. I'm sorry. Stick with Oscar. Forget Theo. Just wipe him out of your mind. I know. You want to retrace your steps and you want to find the lost love that you had for a day. Screw it. Forget it. Just wipe it out of your mind. Out of your mind. Like that boyfriend that you really, 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 really like, and all of a sudden it's like, it's like, oh no, just wipe him out of your mind. Take Oscar. Done. Because Oscar, oh my God. And tell your best friend you like Oscar. Done. Because Theo doesn't exist. I don't care if he does or not, but Theo doesn't exist. Theo does not exist. Keep that mantra together. Keep it together. Theo does not exist. No Theo. Okay? None. He's a figment of your imagination. Keep that mantra together, girl, and you got it made, right? Here's what the downpour of it all. After everything has done and said, and it's like, okay, she's on the bus. I think she's on the bus. And she, oh my God. Oscar is, asking her to, spend time with him. Shut up. Just do it. I don't care. Just do it. Take your opinions, throw them out the window, take your caution, and literally get rid of it. Right? Throw caution to the wind, if you will. Just do it. You're going to save yourself a lot of agony if you do it. Read it. It's definitely worth the read. It definitely is. Then again, you're a 27-year-old girl, I think. Lady, I think. Or are you a year 37? Anyway, point being is that we all do stupid-ass things. It's like, be done with it. And move on. Oscar's your guy. Done. Okay. Anyway, moving on. You guys have a terrific day. Thanks for watching my final on Asleep from Day. Check me out next month. I'll see if I get a misspelled done this weekend. I'm hoping I can. But then you can find out what my but then again, it's a part of the series too. So, you guys have a terrific day. See you soon. Bye.